Hello everybody, I'm back again with the video about today's semifinals. It's a preview about my thoughts about Roger Federer's match against Rafael Nadal and Dominic Thiem's match against Novak Djokovic today. And for the first time in a very long time, we have all the top three players that has been dominating these tennis courts around the world for the past 1.5 decades in a semifinal together, and that has never happened before since the French Open 2012. And what can we say about Roger Federer's matchup against Rafael Nadal? It's gonna be a blockbuster match that many tennis fans around the world have been waiting for. So this match will be Roger and Rafa's sixth meeting in Roland Garros, at Roland Garros, and Nadal have won the previous 5 very convincingly. 4 of them has been in 4-set victory, and then we had this match that Rafa totally destroyed Roger Federer in 2008, and then went on to win Wimbledon against Roger Federer also that year. So that was a bad year for Federer in his tennis career, if you consider that he was the favorite at Wimbledon but lost. So anyway, today's match, how can Roger Federer defeat Nadal? Is it possible? Or is it gonna be a victory as usual for Roger Federer? One thing is sure, Roger have to play aggressive first strike tennis to win. He basically needs to play hardcore tennis on the slow surface of Roland Garros. He have to take risks, mix up the shots, heavy balls, high balls, approach net as often as he can, but that will be with a risk, because Rafael Nadal from the baseline is solid from both his right and left side. Backhand and forehand is one of the deadliest on tour, and everybody knows that. So he has a good chance of making those passing shots against Federer when he approaches the net. And the serve is very important also for Federer to have a high number of first service aces in, because Rafa is always 5 meters behind the baseline to fish up all the balls that you serve against him. So Roger have to make variation in his serve, like he always do. He's a good server, but today is extra important for him if you want that advantage, because your serve is the only thing that you can control on court. It's the only thing that the tennis player can control, and that is his serve. So to defeat Rafael Nadal, the greatest clay court player of all time, the 11-time champion, the beast from Mallorca, it's gonna be a tough task for Roger to complete. So Roger's mindset must be attacking, take advantage of every opportunity that Nadal gives him. He has to challenge. He can challenge him from the baseline. Then he will surely lose in 3 straight sets, like everybody has done before. And both know Rafael Nadal and Roger knows how to play each other. So, and I think Rafael Nadal knows how Roger gonna play against him, because Rafa is a defender in the first place. So he and his team knows that Federer have to try something special to beat him at this clay court. And Roger is the one who has to take all the risks. And that means he's gonna, for certainly, leak unforced errors. And you can't win against Nadal if you leak too much unforced errors. He will eat you alive on the court. He feeds when he can control the ball from the baselines and just wait for his forehand to execute the points. So Roger has to come out with confidence and a game plan that might work, because the things I've been talking about now, they're now waterproof. They're not like Fort Knox or Pentagon safe, you know. He have to get a good start, believing in himself, strike the ball hard, and maybe, perhaps, wish for a rain delay, because the slower course of Roland Garros maybe can benefit Federer a little bit, because a rain delay will certainly make Rafael's heavy top spin not bounce that high as they do when the weather is sunny and hot. Then Rafael Nadal's forehand is the most effective weapon on the tennis court I've ever seen, besides Pete Sampras's serve. So a rain delay, maybe a slower court, can benefit Roger, because his movement hasn't been the best the last 3 years. I think he has been a little bit slower. You can see that in the rallies that he has. And this game plan that Roger might use today reminds me of the game plan. It's exactly the same game plan that he used when he met Novak Djokovic at the Cincinnati final last year. But that didn't work that time, because Djokovic was too good. He read his match plan and he took full advantage. Even if he lost in 2-6-4 sets, that match was never close, because Djoko knew exactly when he was going to attack Roger, especially on the second serve. And Federer did many unforced errors in that match, especially with his little weapon, that is his forehand, the most little weapon after his serve. So it will be a very interesting match for both of them, actually. I think they like playing each other, maybe Federer less, but on this red turf it's not impossible for Roger to beat him, but I don't see any chance of that, unfortunately. And now the other semi-final, the one between Novak Djokovic and Dominic Thiem, and this is the 9th meeting between them, and Djokovic is up 6-2 head-to-head, and Dominic Thiem have raised his level the couple of 2 years. I think it's his 4th straight semi-final appearance at Roland Garros this year, so he surely is the second most consistent clay court player if you look at the last years, beside Rafael Nadal. So Dominic Thiem, has a pure game, heavy striking from both forehand, backhand. His service is amazing. He can play at net. But remember, he's playing against the best defender on the tennis courts. So Novak Djokovic knows exactly how to play against Thiem. He has won 6 out of 8 matches against him. And Dominic Thiem's only wins has came on the red dirt. So they have one win each at Roland Garros. So this will be their 3rd meeting. So Dominic Thiem will play like he always do. He doesn't have any special game plan than his game. It doesn't matter if you meet Roger, Rafa, Novak. He's gonna play the same. And his best surface is the clay court surface, and he's gonna take advantage of that because it benefits his game. He knows all the angle. He can hit deep balls. His forehand is amazing. His backhand is amazing. His mix of play shots is amazing. His drop shots is amazing. And he needs to combine all of that together and make them work to beat Novak Djokovic today. I think this can be a very tough match for Novak. It can be a 5 sets match, or can it be straight sets victory for Dominic Thiem? I don't think so. But I hold Novak as the slight favorite in this match. Because look at Novak Djokovic. How have he played this tournament? Super great. As usual, as expected. He haven't lost a set. And in the quarterfinals, he gave the youngster from Germany, Sasha Zverev, a good lesson. But Zverev was totally a wreck. He made like 10 double faults. You can't give that to Novak Djokovic. You can't defeat a grand champion like Novak if you're not 100%, especially in Grand Slams, the highest level of tennis that you can participate in. You can't win if you give Novak points for free, because it's already difficult to break the wall and win against him. Sure, the first set was very exciting. It was a tight set. Sasha had the advantage of serving home the set, but Novak broke him and then broke him again. So it was not expected. I knew that, like I did in my prediction, Novak will win like everybody else. So that was not the case. But the case was how bad Zverev performs when he's under pressure. Nobody expected him to reach the quarterfinals. I thought he was gonna pack his bag the first weeks, but somehow he managed to struggle and fight his way back into the second week. And the game he has shown, he deserved this quarterfinal spot, but he should have done a little bit better match against Novak. It seems like he choked again, like he always do. So anyway, Novak, if Novak plays his A game and Dominic Thiem plays his A game, Novak will win this match. He can only be defeated by Dominic Thiem if he drop a level. Otherwise, he will play on Sunday in the final. Because Novak on these standards is hard to beat, even for Nadal. Nadal is the only man that can challenge him, and vice versa. So today's semifinal, Dominic Thiem has to take commando. He has to be in charge. He has to create a different kind of game, mix up all the shots, because when Novak plays, he shrinks the courts. He's a genius. He shrinks the court with his movement to the half when you hit him, and that is why he catch up all the balls. And I think that's why his rivalry with Roger Federer, who also is a genius on court, is the most watchable rivalry, I think. Some will say Rafa and Novak, but Federer is the opposite. When he was in his prime, he made the court on the other side of that be like twice as big, the opposite as to Novak Djokovic when he defends. And he always executed the points with his first strike tennis. So Novak have nothing to lose now. He's out to win his second Roland Garros title and hold all the four of Grand Slam for the second time, like some call no slam today. And if Novak wins today and the finals tomorrow, he should be really considered as the all-time GOAT. Maybe. First, I have to catch up with Roger Federer's Grand Slam and, of course, Nadal also. Both of them can surpass Roger Federer. I don't think Federer will win another Grand Slam, to be honest. Of course, with his game, he can. But I don't feel that. Because his best chance are at Australian Open, who is the fastest tournament of all. And then Wimbledon. So if he don't win Wimbledon this year, or maybe if he continues to play next year at Australian Open, his chances are done to put another Grand Slam trophy in his cabinet. But that's a good thing about tennis and with these three players. Many have counted them out several times, and yet they are here again at the semifinals and have each other to deal with. And of course you have Dominic Thiem, that I'm very impressed and glad that he reached this level, because everybody is expecting him to now reach quarters and semifinals at Grand Slam events. That is what we can expect from Dominic Thiem. Not from Sasha Zverev, not from Dimitrov, not from Shapovalov, not from Chorich, none of them. First they have to win a Masters 1000 event, I think. You can't just come from nowhere and win Grand Slams. I don't think. You have to be a very special player to do that. And they don't. They are not those kind of special players. Alright everybody, this is my preview video of the semifinals. And as usual, I will promise to have a quiz for you. And today's quiz is just a simple question. It's about Roland Garros. And I just want to know, do you know which French player was the one who won at Roland Garros the last time? Who is the French player that won Roland Garros the last time here? That's my question. Have a nice day, everybody. See you.